Hello, welcome to the developer playthrough of Build-A-Block. This splash screen is a little bit outdated, but this is the convention build for Dublin Comic Con. I'm going to be doing a full playthrough as much as I can. I might cheat if I end up doing poorly, but I'm here to show off as much as I can about the game, not so much how well I can play it. And be tapped into the game. And we'll press start with the controller. So this is the tutorial area. When we were designing this, we just wanted the player to be able to shoot both guns, dodge, and move. So nothing happens until you move. And you specifically have to move forwards in order to enable the first tutorial. So John Farmer says, hey, real quick, demonstrate that you can shoot the right-hand gun, which you currently have. Then here, you need to dash. Originally we had a button here that you stepped on to move this train and dashed past it, but there was a bunch of issues with the colliders. And then finally, we have a pickup for the second weapon for the left-hand side, which you need to be able to use as well. Really quickly, you'll notice at the bottom of the screen on the UI, all the buttons are for the controller, but if I move my mouse, it will change to mouse controls. Now I can swap back and forth between the two different control schemes at will. I'm going to be sticking with the controller now, but to get past this train, you need to shoot the left gun. At this point, you need to know how to shoot both guns. Reloading isn't taught, the ultimate attack isn't taught. This is as much as you need to know in order to play the game, full stop, but there is more. When you board the train, you get put into the second level, which is the only level that we have. This first room and the room I'm about to go into are always the same at the start, because you spawn in this one, and the first room is designed to be easy enough for pretty much anyone to get through. There's only 4 enemies in it. But let me hit this button. Here's the inventory screen. There's a small little bug. The character is supposed to be displayed in the middle. We aren't exactly sure why that isn't happening anymore, but for the con, we decided that we would start with a repair chip that gives you some health back when you finish a room. And you start with just a standard rifle and a shotgun with no upgrades on them, but as you get upgrades, they'll go in here. The airstrike, it should also have that you press left bumper to do it on controller, and the legs should say that to dash you press right bumper. Yeah, here's the first room. It's always extermination. 4 enemies. 1, 2, there's a shield drone. So the enemies, these egg-shaped enemies, all they want to do is get close to you, and then once they're close to you, they don't want to stray too far, and they don't want to get much closer, so they'll just move around you while they're close enough. And they won't get further away, they won't try to go past you. The shield drones, they really like to hide behind. They choose an enemy, they approach the enemy, they apply a shield to it, and they hide behind it. There is a little bit of a range issue. If they can't find an enemy, the shield, they'll charge at you like a bomber drone. Whenever you finish a room, you get some sort of upgrade, and it's determined by what's on the door when you enter the room. So here, if I go left, I'll get a different weapon. If I go right, I'll get a new chip. What do I want? Fire rate is pretty good. This one's fire rate. It'll tell you that when you open it up. This one's reload speed. This one's critical chance. People tend to tell me that fire rate on a shotgun is pretty good. My personal playstyle, I like to get a bunch of chips rather than trying to find a good weapon. So, I am of the opinion that any weapon is good if you just keep putting chips on it. Oh, well, this is annoying. Yeah, there's now 3 shield drones on that one enemy. Okay, 2. One, 0. Cool. Now, in the last room, you saw that we had 3 blue boxes. Now we have a purple box. This is a rarer kit. So this one on the right here, got crit chance again. This one is hack, which gives a chance to stun targets. So if I'm firing a fast shotgun with a chance to stun targets, I might not have to do anything, much of anything. Oh. Now, stun currently doesn't stop enemies from firing, it just stops them from moving. I believe this is intentional. Also, another feature, while you're in a room, the camera can't leave the room. So even though I'm pressed up against this left corner, room finished, and the camera is free to follow me. After all, why shouldn't I put everything on one gun? When has that ever gone 40 for someone? I'm going to pause again here, just to show that this menu does work. With these new chips I've acquired. Oh, this is the survivor. I don't need to kill everything in here, I just need to not die. And this convenient cover is helping me out a lot. So that is a bug. This egg enemy appears to be unable to be unstunned. More fire rate. Or do I want? Ooh, do I want to increase damage over per amount of time? So, hack, virus round, give a chance to increase the amount of damage something's taking for some time. So if I apply that with this, or, yeah, I'll do that. You can already see the amount of different decision points you have when playing this. You know, do you try and find a particular weapon you like? Do you keep trying different new things? There does appear to be a small problem with hack stunning things for far longer than it should. That's something I need to look into. Ooh, a legendary chip. These chips, way broken. Every bullet sets targets on fire. Fire does 4 damage a tick, and each tick is every quarter second. So, that on a shotgun, that's pretty powerful. But you can apply multiple burns very quickly. A bug that I've already fixed since this build is that when fire runs out on an enemy, the visual effect doesn't go away. But that is something I have fixed. I am going to get more crit damage. Because, after all, why shouldn't I? We had great fun making this. The rooms are randomly generated. The enemies in the rooms also randomly generated. There's so much going on. Ooh, explosives. I want to swap out my standard gun for something more fun. Sniper rifle. Honestly, I should be swapping out my weapons more often. Show more of them off. But I like chips. Sniper rifle is perfect for pesky shield drilling because it pierces an enemy so I can shoot a shielded enemy, and generally speaking, there's a shield drone behind it. That's pretty strong. Ooh, big virus rounds. Alright, let's see if I can get oh, I can't get a different weapon. I'm getting a dip. Okay. I was gonna see if I'm getting a different weapon for the left arm. You know, maybe try something new. Right there, what happened is that briefly there was only shield drones in the room. They can't shield each other, so when there's nothing left, they'll try and become a bomber drone at you. But they'll change their mind if they get close and they find something to shield. More crit damage on this. Ooh, weapon room, weapon room. Swap out the shotgun. Oh, this is the boss. Alright, there's a boss, by the way. It's in this room. It really wants to encourage you to move. Ooh. I've taken some damage. I think I'm pretty good at avoiding damage, which is a big part of doing well, I think. Because you just simply need to not get hit, you'll be fine. The boss has 8,000 health. And once it's down to half, it blows up the sides of the room, making the room bigger, and it starts doing a new attack. Let's see if I can kill it off here. Well, this is awkward. It appears to be frozen. Okay, that's something I have to fix. But also, the main guns are out of sync, and they haven't swapped bullets. They're supposed to swap a new kind of bullet for those changes. Well, burn damage is very powerful. That's the first time I've seen the death animation work properly in the game. So that's good. I'm going to choose a new weapon. I'm going to choose the Rock Breaker. Put it on the left. Punch, 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 punch. And at this point, I have finished the con build. Other than that, yeah, we have a Steam page. That's pretty hype for us. It's available to wishlist on Steam. Not for sale yet. We'll get there. Wish lists really help out. They drive the algorithm on Steam. So if you have a moment and you can scan this QR code, you can help us out. Here's all the controls. But yeah, and then I can reset, which brings back here. The main menu is all the way back here. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and maybe I'll see you around in the future. Toodles!